croquet or,
I think safety trumps festivals any day.
well, you know, it is a park and we don't want to stick something right in the middle of the field.
That's where we
But
put the
I don't
Christmas
think we
tree.
could put it at by the information signs because there's no power.
How high is this off the ground?
We did run power from that pole, and that was one of the issues with that. But that means we've got a lead now coming down from the pole, so maybe if we can adjust its position somewhere.
Well, you couldn't let it.
No. To the back, over by the fence, no, that's too
I just
far.
think like there.
Move it this way a couple feet. That gives you that clear line of sight up past the pole again. And you're not looking into a bright light to stare up the hill. I think it'd help a lot.
Could you look into it and,
Just move the sign back.
yeah.
And when it comes time,
And
whoever decides,
So that it doesn't interfere with
too bad.
croquet.
You're recommending
or
just
whatever.
move it a couple feet, right?
Yeah, or however much we need. I mean, if that's 4 feet versus 2, but I really think somebody should be in an automobile and look up
Right.
while they're moving at this
Right.
time. I think that'd be
Make a comment there, John, that was his
Yeah.
idea, just in case.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I know what they're talking about. During the daytime, it's a pain. You have to creep ahead just right to get so you can see
Right.
past it. It's a
Right.
nice sign. I hate to see it go, but
Yeah.
Just needs to
placement
be
issue.
Just
moved
gonna be
over.
adjusted.
Needs to be, yeah.
Yeah. Yep, okay,
Maybe we'll put in some shrubs.
there we go.
Announcement that the town office will be closed on Monday, November 12th in observance of Veterans Day. And another announcement that the next Selectmen's meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, November 20th, due to the Thanksgiving Day holiday. And this way here, the warrants can be acted on the day after the Selectmen's meeting.
Time is a meeting do we know?
The same time.
Before we go on, Betty, is there any kind of Veterans Day ceremony that you're aware of?
American Legion had it Monday of this week.
Okay, so it's already, they've already had it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Next item I wanted the Selectmen to be aware of. It's brought to my attention that we're having some issues with the boiler here at the town office. I was shown that in the back of the boiler you can see where it's starting to get a little soft. The technician that was working on it said he didn't see an immediate threat, but it is something that the town is going to have to plan for in the future. Maybe that's something we'll need to keep in mind come budget season. We'll need a line item. By that time we'll have a chance to get some estimates. And he also stated that he was going to try to see if he could put us in touch with a gentleman that would come in and size up how much area we have to heat, so that when we do look for a boiler, it's going to be appropriately sized.
Yeah, because it has more to do with the baseboard if you have a boiler than anything. It's lineal feet of baseboard versus square footage vary.
Right.
So, yeah.
Last thing I'm have one that's too big at the waist and
Right, we have
too
a
small. that
we
you
have a
run into
building that we
hard.
have too much baseboard in, and anytime the girls that start getting cold go turn the thermostat up, everybody else is.
We have covers,
Right.
I understand that
so they can't. do
boiler was installed in 1985.
1985 is what the
Okay.
inspection permits.
that.
I definitely think we should get the engineer and tell us what size we need, and then before budget cycle, have estimates and what was it called?
I'm sure technology has.
And put it up to bid so that way we could put it in the line item, fund it the right way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I don't know, maybe some check on it every month, make sure it's still fine.
Probably check on it when it gets cold.
Yeah.
And it's more than monthly.
Yeah.
Jim suggested too that we have someone look at it.
Well, it's the outside skin of the boiler with the insulation behind it, and then your jackets are in back of that.
Right.
Sometimes it's a sweat factor. The insulation doesn't hold up quite as well. A long period of time, something may sag enough that, and then the heat goes to the outside shield, and then the rust starts. The actual boiler itself may be, you know, in fair shape, that Betty and other girls, anybody out there's got to worry about frost on fingernails as it's getting colder.
Well,
So-
the other thing to look at, there are 5 of those big
Yeah.
Heaters.
heaters
Hydraulic.
out in the fire bay,
Mhm.
and 2 of them don't work at all, and you can't get replacement parts for them.
Right, because they're so
So
old.
those are issues.
Can we get an
to-
estimate
Don't-
from the plumber, how much it costs to replace it with a new one?
Oh,
Right.
boy.
See if we have it in our
They,
budget.
they did have that one in, you know, they did a while back,
Yeah,
but I don't know what it is at this point, but.
We should,
And like I say,
That's contributing
technology
to the whole
has
thing,
changed
right.
too, so, you know, I mean, it wouldn't
Upgrading
hurt
would get better
to,
units.
Yeah.
right,
that way we can know how much it costs and see if we can maybe, if we can replace a couple of those out of our current budget cycle before the boiler, it would definitely help.
mhm,
But we actually got 5 zones, when they put that in, you had 1 zone, now we're
right.
in different areas, so
Right.
now
Yeah.
we're up to
It's
5
expanded.
zones, so
Mhm.
it's,
Good,
Mhm.
means we don't have to have a fire base, one is inside.
right. Which we try to do that, everyone has its own thermostat, but when they're not working, it doesn't help. It doesn't take much to cool the building down when,
Oh, one of them doors
Yeah,
open.
open up one of those doors for
Quick
dead.
air exchange,
Right.
quick air
I
exchange.
should definitely get the Modine meters priced up, replaced,
Yeah.
and time frame, those shouldn't be. Last
I
one we
think
need to truck
if
freeze.
anybody really looked up there, I bet there's no insulation, what insulation we have is this drop ceiling.
Right. Has this building ever had an energy audit
No,
performed on
Aren't
it?
those things free, they're like.
In some
They are.
cases they are, but one of the most common sense approaches is if you have the bay, fire bay and ambulance bay next door, you've got the 2 man doors that come into this part of the building, and if there's air leaks there, I mean, that would be the primary spot would be to improve those doors as far as being airtight,
Right.
and you wouldn't lose so much heat in here, but that would be part of an energy audit. They could tell you where you're losing it and at how fast a rate.
Now, who do we call it to have an energy audit done?
I think it's a state agency that does it.
Could you look into finding out,
Yeah.
who can do that, and then we'll see the price and have them
Mhm.
scheduled, because, you know, some small things they might recommend might save us a lot of money.
Yeah.
Plus, we can also keep some of the fumes down, they drive out.
That's the
Yeah,
idea.
that's a good thing.
Yeah, come on.
Especially when there's a fire call from
Yeah.
If those doors aren't sealed or shut tightly, it fills the office with fumes.
Well, the other thing too is that when the ambulance wasn't running right,
Yeah, it was pretty rich.
They don't have an air
Coming
extinguisher
out,
when,
yeah.
when they, when the alarm stuff goes off, they don't have a fan system in there that
No.
sucks air in and draws air
Yeah,
out.
the door's open.
Very pragmatic system.
1985 system.
You want ventilation, open the door.
Yeah, yeah, I think there's a system that, it may be, you know.
It's very expensive. We looked into that.
You do.
Yeah, Callis has one, and it was, you know, a really nice system, but a very expensive
I'm
system.
surprised that we haven't been mandated to do it. It's been one of the big toxin complaints.
Probably gonna come up.
Because of the, level.
Was that one that they was looking at, circulated fresh air, cubic feet of fresh air?
Well, it's a big push in the fire service lately because of all the, toxins as far as breathing, and it's one of the
I
things.
think there was another one too, where they used to take and put something on the exhaust, that when you drove your trucks into the bay or whatever, there was a portable. thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hooked
it's like a
on
fire
here.
That's what,
Right.
that took care of it, right?
That's what Callis says.
That's what Cal said,
Yeah.
because that would be a lot cheaper, the system.
Right,
So
but
you
that's
could-
still expensive.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
the way.
I got a request from the American Legion to approve a gaming license. And it's just for their games with chance. We've done it in the past. Randy and I went and looked up some of the old minutes, and it was done with a simple vote, and I guess the chairman of the board signs it, and they can send it in. It's for their games with chance,
Bingo.
bingo.
Raffle.
This doesn't give them
Actually-
permission to become a casino.
No.
It's all regulated under the, state police gaming,
Yeah.
gaming unit.
And those are those pull tickets they have.
Yep.
Oh.
Like if they wanna run a meet or one of those spin the wheel things. you
Okay.
have to
Right.
go-
Now, why do they do it every 2 years? Is that a requirement of the
That's
state?
the
Yes.
state's requirement.
If they've had complaints in the meantime.
I've not heard of
You have to be a
anything.
bona fide organization, you have to have minutes
Yeah.
for X amount of years,
Yeah.
separate paperwork process.
Books
Well,
have to
then
be
I'll-
Another one
audited
would kill it.
periodically.
I move that we approve the gaming license for the American Legion Stewart Green Post, number 65, located on County Road, Quebec.
Second.
Second motion.
No, go ahead, you can say it.
Discussion? All in favor? Now somebody's radio's going.
The last item I have is, we had a workshop with the selectmen and the staff, and one of the things that was talked about was getting Town of Lubec t-shirts or sweatshirts for the staff, and that discussion went into maybe looking into uniforms. I had a gentleman from UniFirst, Wade Taylor out of Mars Hill. He does come down and service some local businesses. I know Randy Hall uses him. So I had a talk with Randy, and Randy is satisfied with the service. What they were looking to do is they would come down every 2 weeks. They would drop off 11 pants, 11 shirts, and you're looking at a cost of about $12 a week per employee.
How many employees do we have?
For this program here, we'd be looking at the 3 from Public Works, and the recycling center coordinator, and the sewer treatment plant operator. So you're looking at 5. And then Bunky's part-time.
So 6. Yeah, you can do it for one, you should do it for all.
That's right, good thinking.
So 6, I don't know, we should have enough uniforms that we can do it for 6 employees. Yeah, we'll make it work out.
So you're looking at $72 a week.
It's gonna save us liability.
It's,
And they're gonna launder them too.
yeah,
So pick them up,
picking them
press
up,
them,
laundering them.
Pick them back on hangers on.
That's a pretty good deal.
There is
I
a,
don't know where they buy the detergent.
there is a setup fee. I think on the 5 uniforms it was $316, and what that would do is that would set up the tag, the name tags, the town of Lubec if we wanted a logo or something on it. But that's just a one-time fee.
Well, what budget item are we taking, so?
I think-
I think it should come out of the appropriate
Yeah.
budgets of the departments involved.
Every department has
Scale up.
sort of
Yeah.
a contingency type line.
And as a side, we should make sure we add line items to those 3 departments
For
for,
the
During the
following
budget
year.
cycle.
Yeah. And we had already discussed doing that because we found out that they were paying for their own safety shoes.
Right,
And
right.
do we set up a thing where we're paying for those yet?
we will when they need them, but they.
Yeah, I'd like to make a